Shiryo.
So that was meant to be an intro video for our project. I don't know if anyone's been over to our stand. We have this video playing. The video quality here was a little bit bearish, if I'm honest. Should look better than that. I just wanted to play this to start with. For anyone that hasn't seen our project, I wanted to give you just an introduction to what the visuals of our whole project are. So as I'm talking about it, you can actually link that in your head rather than me waffling on about something that you can't even imagine. So the basis for our project is an NFT trading card game where people will be minting NFTs to be used as the cards that they'll play in the game. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory about how we kind of started the project and came up with the whole idea. So I did get a little bit of an intro. I've been in graphic design, web design, app development and web development for the past 15 years or so. And then in the past 18 months, I've worked with a lot of teams, helping them bring their project ideas into reality, whether that's doing graphics, web design, back-end dev stuff, helping them with marketing. Myself and the whole Shiryo team have been heavily involved with that for other people for the past 18 months. And one of the recurring things we kept seeing or talking about as a team was what these guys are doing is great, but we think we can do it a lot better. So with that, we kind of came up with the idea that we wanted to run our own project, and what we need to do is do all the things that we'd seen and do it at the highest level possible. So when we were building our team, we picked people on the team that could be specifically do one job and do that job as good as they could possibly do it. Now the whole team, including myself, have a big trading card game fascination. We have done from our youth. I'm sure a lot of people have played Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone. I'm pretty sure at least everyone's heard of Pokemon. So from that fascination, playing it through our youth, I played a lot of trading card games personally in my adult life, and one of the things that I enjoyed most about them was the strategy behind the game. You wouldn't just win if you had the best cards, you would win if you had the best strategy and you had to counter what your opponent was doing. So we kind of came up with this idea that as a team we wanted to do a trading card game and do it at a really high standard. And we came up with the name Shiryo, based off a Japanese ghost wolf lore. This is something myself and the team were already interested in, and at the time of launching it seemed to be a good fit with the current market conditions. So we did a few weeks of planning, we sorted out our branding, marketing strategy, and then once we were ready, we fair launched the token. There was no private raise or no pre-sale. So we did a fair launch that was maybe around, or maybe just over 4 months ago. And since then, we've continued to grow. We're currently at around 41,000 holders, which is, from our perspective, pretty good for just being active for 4 months. When we were starting, we knew we wanted to make this trading card game, and one of the main goals was that we wanted to kind of elevate the games that were in the DeFi space. I'm sure everyone's seen a lot of games that are rushed or delivered too early, or maybe they have a token attached, but the token isn't actually useful in the game. So we wanted to create a game that was polished, fun to play, have really good UI, actually uses something to do with crypto and blockchain technology, that being NFTs and our token, actually utilize that in a game in a way that makes sense. I've seen a lot of people kind of think of a game idea, create it and then you're like jamming blockchain into it and be like, yeah, we can do that. We can strap it onto the side and we can make this a blockchain game. Whereas the nature of it being a trading card game, it being NFTs on the blockchain, it kind of makes sense right from the start. So that's why we kind of based the whole idea around NFTs and the cards being NFT. Since we've launched, when we self-launched, we had our website and our version 1 white paper. Since then, we've continued to build our ecosystem. So one of the first things that we rolled out was our minting DApp. So this allowed people to go onto the DApp, connect their wallet, mint their card packs. And up till now, the card packs have been a pack of 5 cards, which you haven't been able to open just yet. I'll get a little bit more onto that later. So we had 2 packs available for people to go and mint. We had a basic pack that anyone could go and mint, and then a founder's edition pack, which you could mint if you held a certain amount of the token. Following that, we rolled out our staking platform, so people could stake tokens and then receive a card pack back each week in return for staking their tokens. The community really likes this because as well as staking their tokens and earning something back, the staking incentive means that those tokens are effectively locked until they withdraw them. Those tokens are effectively locked and not available to sell. And we felt like this gave our community a lot of sense of safety and belief in the other holders. People weren't just in it for a quick pump and dump, like holding their tokens ready to dump at the top. They've got their tokens staked in our ecosystem, earning something back that they actually want to earn. So the vast majority of our community are in it for the long run and see the vision of the project. And from being in the community and interacting with them a lot, this is one of the main things that I've noticed about the community. It's always really positive, everybody helps each other, we have a fantastic moderation team. If you ever go into any of our Telegram or Discord chats, everyone will be super friendly, supportive. If someone's got a question, maybe they're brand new to the project or space, usually one of our community members will help them out before a mod can even get to it. And that's not to say the mods are slow, our mods are incredibly fast. Sometimes our community members are just a little bit quicker. After our staking platform was rolled out, we rolled out our avatar minting. So the avatar minting is for, once the game is released and you're playing a game against an opponent, you have a profile picture, and the profile picture will be your avatar that you've minted. It's kind of your in-game persona. These were, again, NFTs that were generated through a bunch of different layers. We generated 10,000 to begin with, and these are still available for people to mint and use. The avatars, as well as being a vanity item, can be used to whitelist members of our community for certain things which are in our roadmap, which I will touch on later on through the presentation. And that kind of brings us up to today. After rolling that out, the team has been working really hard for the past couple of months, preparing a lot of the assets for the actual card reveal in game release. So up until now, people have been minting card packs, and the card packs have been unable to open. The card packs have 5 cards inside, and you can't open those just yet. But we are rolling out phase 2 tonight at 10 o'clock GMT time, so 10 o'clock UK time this evening. People will be able to open their card packs and view the cards that are inside. As well as that, we'll be rolling out our marketplace, so people will be able to buy and sell different cards within the set that we've released. And for myself and the whole team, this has been a massive hurdle that we've had to overcome, and we think we've executed it really well. We actually have 225 individual NFTs that have been hand-drawn and painted by a team of 20 artists that we onboarded onto the team. So this is something that we've been working on for the past couple of months, and there's a lot of steps to the whole process. Every member of the team has been involved in pretty much every step of the journey to get to this point. One person will have a certain part of the responsibility, moves on to the next person, and it's gone through the line of our team up until this point. We expect to be releasing the game, or releasing an alpha for the game in Q2, Q3 of this year. The alpha will be an in-house kind of closed testing period where we do some teething issues, work out what needs to be done and what needs to be updated to make the gameplay and flow work a little bit better from a user experience perspective. And then we'll open up a public beta, which will be anyone in our community will have to sign up to the public beta, get on the beta list and test out the game. We want to keep calling it a beta for now, but we don't want people to have misconceptions about the game. The beta isn't a test version that needs to be reworked and upgraded. The beta version will be a pretty much fully working version of the game, but we want to keep it in the beta phase until we're completely happy with every aspect, and then roll it out as a full game. But the beta isn't something that needs to be tested a little bit and then disappear for a year while we do main game development. The beta version will be a full version that's ready to release. We just want to release it as beta while our community can test it, tell us what they think about it, what they feel, if anything needs changing, we can do that and then roll out the full game. Once we've rolled out the full game, we want to kind of expand our whole ecosystem and launch our own version of the metaverse, which we're calling Shiryoverse. In the Shiryoverse, people will be able to go and mint their own land, and we have for the land that people will be able to mint, we have a whole lore and backstory that we've had written out. All this information is on our website and in our white paper, so if anyone's interested in reading a bit more of the backstory about the project, about all the names and the characters that are in the game, we have the full lore section in our white paper. Once people can go onto the DApp and mint their land, there's 4 different sections that they can mint from, because in the game there's 4 different elements and there's a corresponding section of land to each element. Each zone will come with different benefits to the user, so depending on your play style, how you put your deck to play, the elements in the game that you enjoy doing the most, that might change which area of land you go and mint. Once you've minted your land, you'll be able to go and purchase items using the Shiryo token. Purchase items to put on your land that you could use yourself, or people could come to your land, interact with them as well, so they would get the benefit would be for them and for the person having that item on the land. An example of this is we could have a card burner that you place on your land. Someone could come to your land, burn a card in that, and then receive a new card back, and they would, as they burn the card, they would use tokens as well. And the person with that on their land would get a share of the tokens, so they would be generating an income of Shiryo tokens through having that on their land. As well as that, we're going to roll out a card renting system. So for people that have a lot of Shiryo cards, or maybe people that don't have all the Shiryo cards they want, they'll be able to go onto this, rent cards from other people, and then as they're playing the game against, in ranked mode against other players, the person that's renting the card and the person that is using it will get a split of the rewards. So this is where we're up to now. We're ready to release the phase 2 of our ecosystem, which is the marketplace, card reveal, and a few other things. In the coming weeks, we'll be rolling out a Polygon bridge. At the moment, we're on Ethereum, but we're bridging to Polygon. And we had a lot of community members asking about gas fees and if we were going to be moving to other networks. So as always, we listened to our community and decided to roll out on the Polygon network. As we felt this had quite a good gaming community and a lot of eyes that hadn't currently been on the project. So in a few weeks, we'll be rolling out our Matic bridge. You'll be able to bridge tokens, bridge card packs, over to Matic, open them there. We'll use our ecosystem using the Polygon network as well. Once we've done that, we'll continue to work on our game development, and then we'll be pushing forward towards game release, or game alpha release in quarter 2, quarter 3 of this year. So yeah, this is kind of the end of what I had to say about the project. If anyone's got any questions, I would love to answer them. So if you've got a question, feel free to ask. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you for listening.